News now at 5. Fire crews have had a busy day battling a massive fire in Richland and another along I-82 in Benton County. Authorities are telling us what they believe could have started these two fires. And we're still in a weather alert today with elevated fire danger that continues into the evening hours, with triple digits on the way soon. We're going to have your first alert forecast coming up. Plus, how a plan to get emergency services to White Pass could be exactly what helps save the life of a child in trouble.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner. Several fire crews were called out to a massive wildfire in Richland this afternoon. This is a close-up of the smoke plume you may have seen from all across the Tri-Cities. Now, the Richland Police Department says the first calls came in just after 1 o'clock this afternoon. Large flames were spotted at the end of Brentwood Avenue, Glenwood, and the 200 block of Rockwood. People who lived in the area of the fire were asked to leave their homes. Check this out. They've since been allowed to return. Now, fire officials tell us no homes were significantly damaged. No one was hurt, but they do believe that the fire that you just saw happened near the brush fire. It may be related to the wildfire. The cause of this is still under investigation, and authorities say the people who were driving that vehicle have been identified and they are talking with police. And that fire happened just after fire crews near Benton City battled this wildfire along I-82 and Kennedy Road this morning. Authorities tell us the fire started just after 11:30. They say a semi-truck lost a tire on I-82. That caused a minor brush fire that quickly grew and spread along the dry vegetation in the ditch. It took crews nearly 3 hours to finish mopping up that scene. And while we are getting a break from the extreme heat of the weekend, it is still hot, it's very dry, and fire crews were dealing with this. You're taking a look at the current wind speeds across our area. They were dealing with very breezy conditions pretty much throughout this afternoon. Jason Valentine has a look at what to expect headed into this evening.
Good Monday evening, everyone. Hope you had a wonderful day today and a nice weekend. We do have a first alert weather alert day. We have fire danger. All of our areas, that's until 11 o'clock tonight. So we do have a red flag warning until 11 tonight. Also a wind advisory till 8 tonight for Kittitas Valley. Now for our conditions and temperatures, we have more clear skies on the way and really ample sunshine for the next couple of days at least, if not for the week ahead. We are going to be much cooler overnight, getting back even into the 50s. But as we get to tomorrow, we're going to see these cooler temperatures continue. But this relief from the heat is going to be unfortunately very brief today and tomorrow, as the heat will be back on by the time we get to Wednesday. So folks, in my full forecast, we have a lot to talk about. We have that weather alert to talk about, and we have more weather alerts coming this week. Much cooler today and tomorrow. And again, I'll let you know when it's going to heat back up. That's coming up in my full forecast, but for right now, I'm going to send it back to you.
Thanks, Jason. First responders say 2 people died on different stretches of the Columbia River this weekend. A reminder of just how dangerous the water still is, even as we're getting into the heat of summer. This morning, first responders found the body of a man who disappeared near Crescent Bar in Grant County. The sheriff's office says a man on a raft not far from Willow Beach fell into the river just before 6:30 Saturday evening and never came back up. First responders came from as far away as King County to join in the search, and again, they found his body this morning. Now, the Morrow County Sheriff's Office over the border in Oregon says a 35-year-old man from Boardman was fishing from the riverbank with a cousin when he apparently lost his footing and got swept away on Sunday evening. Rescuers weren't able to find him before dark, and as of this morning, they weren't able to get out and search because of the wind. And the Morrow County Sheriff's Office says that's a good reminder for everyone to wear life jackets when you're in the river, even on the edge, because of the strong current and sudden drop-offs. Now, over in Western Washington, 6 people died in a crash on State Route 509 in Western Washington on Sunday. Investigators say there were 7 people inside a Kia Forte, which is only built for 5. 6 of them died at the scene. A 21-year-old man survived. He is in critical condition, though. 2 people in the other vehicle are in stable condition. Now, State Patrol is asking anybody with video or information about what happened here to give them a call. And a crime alert tonight. Yakima police are searching for whoever shot a man in a car at the intersection of 18th Street and East Nob Hill Boulevard overnight. Police say the 32-year-old was a passenger in the vehicle. Someone brought him to the hospital around 2 o'clock this morning. The 32-year-old died in the hospital, and police say so far they don't have a suspect in custody, but they are asking anyone with information about this case give them a call. We have the information about how to do that on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. The Natchez Fire Department credits pre-planning for saving the life of a 4-year-old who was hit by a car during a family trip in a remote area over the weekend. Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell has the details.
The Natchez fire chief tells me there was a family who was staying just down the road at a campground when a Jeep ran over their 4-year-old little girl. Unfortunately, the nearest first responders on the ground were more than a half an hour away. But instead of waiting on ground crews to get there to assess the damage first, dispatchers now automatically send out a helicopter when a call with a serious or potentially serious injury comes in from a rural area. In this case, first responders say it likely saved the little girl's life, as she was transported to Harborview Medical Center with a possible broken femur and broken pelvis. First responders say it was lucky that the family was even able to make that phone call with how bad cell reception is up here. They say that's why if you are going to a rural location, it's so important for you to tell someone where you're going and when you'll be checking in next. So if you don't, they know to call 911 for you. Reporting near Rimrock Lake, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Thanks, Emily. Tonight, health officials have confirmed Legionella bacteria was found at a hotel in Walla Walla. Samples obtained on July 11th confirmed Legionella bacteria in the water taken from the La Quinta Inn and Suites on Silverstone Drive. At least 3 people who stayed at the hotel became sick after their stay. Now, health officials say if you've stayed at the La Quinta in Walla Walla in the past 2 weeks and you start showing symptoms like a cough, fever, headache, or just being out of breath when you shouldn't be, you should contact your doctor right away. Well, first it was writers, now actors in Hollywood are on strike for the first time in decades. And so far, there's no sign of progress on a deal. We're quickly now approaching the point where this dual strike could have a serious impact on the economy. ABC's Tim Pulliam is in Los Angeles with the latest.
From Hollywood to New York, television, movie, and streaming productions remain in chaos. This is the first time since the 60s that Hollywood actors and screenwriters have gone on strike in tandem, both demanding regulations for AI, higher wages, and increased residual pay.
It's great.
Award-winning actor Kevin Bacon showing his support for the majority of the 160,000 actors in SAG-AFTRA who do not make a living wage from acting.
But I'm here for the working class, middle class part of our union, who needs these basic provisions in the basic contract.
AMP-TP, the association representing TV and movie studios and streaming services, says they offered actors historic pay and residual increases and protections for actors' digital likenesses from AI, but their offer was rejected. With Hollywood sets dark, that means businesses like Corey Lavelle's are suffering. Lavelle provides flowers on studio sets. She had to lay off half her staff when the WGA writers went on strike back in May.
I'm looking at losing about $100,000 a month. I'm a small company. That's a lot of money.
In a new report from Moody's Investors Services, analysts estimate the cost to studios to update the writers and actors union contracts could be up to $600 million. Some top studio executives believe if no agreement is reached by Christmas, there will be hardly any new programs to watch.
This actually will have devastating effects if it is not settled soon. And the problem with settlement in this case is there's no trust between the parties.
Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass is urging all sides to get back to the negotiating table. She says a fair and equitable solution must be reached for the financial benefit of everyone in her city and the industry. Tim Pulliam, ABC News, Los Angeles.
And it's not just Hollywood either. We are 2 weeks from UPS drivers' contract ending, still with no sign of a new one. Now, this is the largest private sector contract in North America. UPS workers have already voted to go on strike starting August 1st if they don't have a deal before then. And the head of the Teamsters union says he has asked the White House not to intervene. And while we're getting a brief break from the triple-digit heat, ABC's Raina Roy reports the rest of the country still seeing extreme weather, from near record-breaking heat to deadly flooding.
Communities across the Northeast cleaning up after intense rainfall over the weekend. In New Hampshire, roads washed away by powerful floods, cars stranded in Connecticut, people forced to wade in knee-deep water. In Pennsylvania, nearly 5 inches of rain falling in just 90 minutes. At least 5 killed, including this mother of 2, her children, 2 years and 9 months old, seen in these photos posted by police, still missing in Bucks County after extreme flash flooding hit the area.
Cars were not just swept away, but upside down. And just so unbelievable that much tragedy can happen in that small little area all at once so quickly.
In the township of White Marsh, 16 cars of this freight train derailing this morning. Officials at railway company CSX now saying it appears to have been weather-related. Authorities saying no one was injured and there's no risk to the community. Meanwhile, millions facing dangerous heat.
Let's focus on that heat dome, though. It is not budging. We broke tons of records over the weekend. This morning, Phoenix waking up well over 90 degrees. That makes morning 8 in a row.
At least one heat-related death reported in Texas over the weekend. In El Paso, they've had a record 31 straight days of 100-degree temperatures, and over the weekend, 4 people were rushed to the hospital with heat-related symptoms while attending an outdoor car show.
Here in the Northeast, we have one dry day today, but the rain is expected to come right back tomorrow, which could be problematic for areas already saturated from flooding. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Now, amid all of that, Canada's worst wildfire season ever recorded rages on, and the smoke is once again pouring over the border, leaving tens of millions of Americans under air quality alerts today. That includes the entire state of New York. Now, so far, the smoke is mostly staying to the east, but we will update you if it starts to shift in our direction. For now, it's mostly clear skies in our area, and as we mentioned before, a break from the heat, but that will not last long as we're taking a live look outside. Jason Valentine is back in a moment with a look at when we'll see temperatures back into the triple digits. And still ahead on Apple Valley News Now at 5, it's been labeled a promising new drug for Alzheimer's patients, even slowing down the disease. But what the research says about the risks for people taking this drug is coming up. We'll be right back.
An awesome Idaho float adventure featuring good times, sun, and fun.
Great place out here. Just enjoy the river and soak up some sun.
Fly the Northwest.
In my opinion, one of the most beautiful parts of Idaho.
Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Next ET.
Oh, hell, the Queen. Let's go.
Our Queen Latifah exclusive. What she's revealing about Girls Trip 2.
I'm just ready to laugh all day.
Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Hit the open roads this summer with Click It RV Superstore in Tri-Cities during the Great American Sales Event. The best brands, Riverstone, Jayco Starcraft, Voltage Toy Hauler, and more. Over 1,000 RVs. Payments as low as $240 per month. $240 down. 0 payments until 2024. Up to $4,000 over JD Power for your trade-in. Plus, get a Traeger grill and Yeti cooler with purchase during the Great American Sales Event. Now at the Click It RV Superstore in Tri-Cities. Off US 395 in the Pasco Autoplex. Hurry in today.
The $200,000 Fishing for a Fortune is still reeling in winners at Wild Horse Resort and Casino with over $7,000 in cash and prizes every weekend. Cast a line to win $750 free play or $1,000 cash. Use your Club Wildcard to earn points and special prizes from Billy's Bait Shop and land your choice of a new Starwell boat or $20,000 cash in our Grand Prize Fishing Derby July 30th. Reel in your next fortune today. Wild Horse Resort and Casino, Pendleton, Oregon. More winners, more often.
When you or your loved one has been seriously injured, you want the best law firm on your side. Abeta Nelson Injury Law is the most highly awarded and experienced personal injury firm in Central Washington. Our office has secured the most million-dollar car crash recoveries in Central Washington. You can trust us to have your back. The time for bringing your claim is limited, so don't wait. Call us today for a no-obligation consultation. Abeta Nelson, we take your injury personally.
Set summer in motion with the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet. Like the CR-V and the Accord, both with available hybrid powertrains, designed to deliver more thrilling performance and more innovative tech. Make every adventure more electrifying with Honda, the most awarded brand in Car and Driver 10 Best history. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Making health headlines this evening, new data released this morning at the Alzheimer's Association International Conference shows that Yakima and Walla Walla counties likely have the highest prevalence of Alzheimer's cases in the entire state. Researchers looked at risk factors like age, gender, and race in counties all across the country. Based on those numbers, they estimate more than 11% of the population in Yakima and Walla Walla counties have Alzheimer's. Now, across the country, researchers estimate the highest percentages were on the East Coast, with Maryland, Florida, and New York showing some counties where more than 16% of the population likely have Alzheimer's. This comes as Eli Lilly announced its latest results for an experimental drug to slow down Alzheimer's. Lilly says when patients start taking it early, donanemab can slow down the disease progression by 60%. But researchers say more than 40% of the people who have a genetic predisposition to develop Alzheimer's also saw brain swelling after they started taking the drug, and about 30% saw brain bleeding. Eli Lilly says it is asking the FDA to approve donanemab. Earlier this month, the FDA approved another drug called Leqembi to slow down Alzheimer's progression. But there is a common problem with all of these groundbreaking new medications being created and approved: the cost. ABC's M. Wynn reports the price of prescription drugs is driving many Americans to take some potentially dangerous action.
A 2022 survey shows that 1 in 5 adults aged 65 and older are not taking their medications in the right way. For many, that's because they're too expensive, so people are delaying prescription refills, reducing their dosage, skipping medications, and even taking pills from someone else. But there are solutions. Some people were able to stick to the correct medication regimen when their physicians talked to them about the medication price and gave them cheaper options. Others were able to use coupon cards, asked for free samples, or went to pharmacies with lower prices. According to the FDA, not taking your medication as prescribed can lead to your disease getting worse, hospitalization, or even death. If you have ever found yourself in a position where filling your prescription has been difficult, talk to your doctor about strategies you can implement to offset the burden of rising costs.
Now, Congress did pass the Inflation Reduction Act, which should let Medicare negotiate lower prices for some prescription medication. The Department of Health and Human Services hasn't said yet which drugs they'll focus on first. And the Center for American Progress reports it will be another couple of years before we see those prices take effect.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Monday evening, everyone. Again, I hope you've had a wonderful day so far. And yes, we're in that First Alert Weather Alert Day due to fire danger, all of our areas, and that's until 11 o'clock tonight. And it's due to a red flag warning. So what goes into a red flag warning? Well, low humidity, gusty winds, and dry conditions. Those are the three elements that make up the recipe, and we definitely have it today into this evening. And folks, we're going to continue to see possible fire danger as we get into our weekend. We also have a wind advisory. That's until 8 o'clock tonight for the Kittitas Valley region. They're going to see 25 to 35 mile per hour winds with 50 mile per hour gusts possible. The rest of our cities have seen about 10 to 20 mile per hour, maybe a little above that at times. But again, blustery conditions. Now, the good news, overnight tonight, those winds are going to slow down significantly. Tomorrow, around 5 to 10 mile per hour winds. They'll slowly build up, and our best chance of another red flag warning will be Saturday, as we're going to see the temperatures increase by quite a bit, on par with what we saw over the weekend. And if we see winds pick up a little bit more than we're expecting on Saturday, we could see another red flag warning. So we'll keep a close eye on that. Now, for the next couple of days, we are seeing those cooler temperatures today and tomorrow, right around the 90-degree mark for the Tri-Cities, mid 80s and above for most of our areas. A little cooler, actually Ellensburg in the mid 70s today. By the time we get to Wednesday and especially Thursday, Friday, the heat will be back on and will be less cool or less hot in our weekend, but still very hot. I don't want to say it's going to be cooler. It's just going to be less hot. But folks, quite a bit of heat is on the way this week. So in our futurecast, we are going to see more sunshine than not for the week ahead, as we're just looking at absolutely beautiful conditions, and that will be continuing. And we do expect to see, again, not much cloud coverage, so have plenty of sunscreen on if you are out in the elements. So folks, we're looking in our almanac. We're just a little below our averages for this time of year, a little above it for our overnight lows. And if you've been wondering if we've been near record temperatures, no. 114 is the record temperature for today in the Tri-Cities, 107 for Yakima. Not too long ago in 2014, 9 years ago. Yakima today well off their average, but a little above it in the overnight period. So as we head into overnight tonight, we are going to be much cooler than we were last night. We're going to be in the 50s across the board with clear skies as we head into our Tuesday. Again, remember, winds are going to be lower, plenty of sunshine, highs mid to upper 80s, lower 90s. So most of our cities will be just a little bit warmer than we saw today. So folks, we have that alert day today. We're going to have 2 more alert days, at least Thursday and Friday, as we get back to 102 for the Tri-Cities area. Tomorrow, 90 degrees, 98 by Wednesday. So really the heat starts up Wednesday, 100 on Saturday, and mid-90s Sunday and Monday. Overnight lows in the 60s almost for the week ahead. In the Yakima region, alert days as well for Thursday and Friday. 88 tomorrow, 95 by Wednesday, and looks like mid-90s Sunday and Monday. So folks, the fire danger comes to an end late tonight. Those winds will be slowing down. Do get ready for plenty of sunshine, and the heat turns back on by Wednesday.
Thanks, Jason. And up next on Apple Valley News Now at 5, just about a year after Ford announced it was raising the price of its electric pickups, a change of heart. We're going to talk about why the prices have been slashed instead.
This is Broadway's Rock of Ages Band. July 21st at Legends Casino Hotel.
At your locally owned Ace Hardware, we've got everything you need to keep your grass green and your gardens blooming all season long. With top brands like Ego and Steel, you'll be able to blow those leaves and trim those weeds like a pro. We've got a wide selection of lawn and garden accessories, and our friendly experts will help you find exactly what you're looking for to keep your lawn and garden in top condition. So come see us at Ace with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
An accident can shatter your life. At Tamaki Law, we put your life back together.
Clients come to us injured, burdened with medical bills, lost wages, insurance hassles. The list goes on. They're overwhelmed, so they put their lives in our hands. That's why we work hard and fight for the justice they deserve.
If you've been seriously injured, call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
Upgrade your kitchen with Frigidaire Professional, offering powerful performance and professional-grade design. The front control gas range provides the ultimate flexibility for making your favorite meals. Sear and saute with precision, and flip pancakes on the griddle for golden results. And thanks to our smudge-proof stainless steel, spend less time cleaning while keeping your kitchen looking spotless.
You won't find Frigidaire Pro at the box stores, but it's on sale at Fred's. Fred's Appliance. We want to be your choice.
Did you know Astria Health has the only team of neurosurgeons in the Lower Valley? Patients no longer need to travel long distances to receive the spine care they need. Patients with spinal tumors, stenosis, herniated or degenerative disc diseases, spine trauma, fractures, or spinal cord injury can be seen by an Astria neurosurgeon in Prosser, Sunnyside, or Zillah. Ask your primary care provider for a referral to one of our neurosurgeons. Astria Health, exceptional rural health care close to home.
Come see us today and feel the power of Pingree.
Bronco. This week, with record-breaking heat, just how hot could it get? The dangerous, potentially deadly weather. Plus, the Women's World Cup begins, and we're there. More Americans turn to the most watched program on television. World News Tonight with David Muir.
Welcome back. Almost a year after Ford announced it would raise the prices of its electric F-150 pickup trucks, a reversal. Ford says the prices for all models of the F-150 Lightning have been slashed by an average of $8,000. The company says that's thanks to increased factory capacity and lower prices for battery making materials. They're saying you can expect to see those price reductions in the showroom coming up in October. We'll have a final look at your forecast when we come back. And still ahead, this weekend was a key deadline for presidential campaigns in a very crowded Republican race. World News Tonight is following the money, coming up at 5:30.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
If you need workers' compensation because you were injured at work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411 for a free consultation. Bothwell and Hamill.
When you need legal help, trust Quantum Legal. We're here for you in times of trouble, whether you need assistance with criminal defense, personal injury, or have been injured on the job. Law is a complicated matter. Our team of experts will fight for you and help you find the best solution for your situation. Don't let life's challenges get the best of you. We're here to help. Call us today at 509-783-5551 or visit our website at quantumlegal.com.
I'm Buzz the Bee from the Painting Bees. We do interior painting and cabinetry as well. We have a full crew that takes care of everything, and all we really want you to do is to kick back and relax. Visit our website or call us at 591-8160.
With K2 Vision RLE, you can throw away your distance and reading glasses. Plus, you'll never develop a cataract. Schedule a free Zoom consultation with us today. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
Time for a new roof? Let M&M Roofing replace it with a product so good, you'll never have to replace it again. Our roofs come with a limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again.
With the heat and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency.
Plus, receive $1,000 off your new roof when you schedule by the end of July. So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
I've worked construction all my life. I take pride in my job and working hard. I've had my share of bumps and bruises. Of all places, I get hurt shopping with my wife. This injury affected every part of my life. The insurance company offered me nothing. I went to my buddy Scott Brumback and Sid Autumn. We ultimately filed suit. My lawyers fought hard for me and got a great result. These guys speak blue collar. Now I know what they mean by bulldog tough. Right, Mo?
Brumback and Autumn, Bulldog Tough.
This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. You can go farther, tow more, and bring along everyone you love. Your road to happiness begins in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT Turbo Max pickups, or get $4,250 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
If you need Social Security disability because you are unable to work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411. Bothwell and Hamill. There's no fee unless you win.
We always tell you to stay indoors if you can when there's extreme heat, but near record temperatures in California's Death Valley over the weekend, well, those brought out the tourists.
Oh, your arms are burning. Your face is burning. It gets pretty hot in Las Vegas, but never 120. So I said, I would just want to go to a place sort of like Mount Everest to say, you did it.
Now, it was 128 degrees in parts of Death Valley yesterday. That number you're seeing there, not an official Weather Service number. Now, here in our area, we are getting a break from those triple digits, but it won't last long. Jason Valentine has a look at what to expect this week.
All right, folks, let's get you ready for your Tuesday, and we're going to have much calmer conditions, more or less light winds, but temperatures are going to remain pretty much on par with what we saw today. Plenty of sunshine for the Yakima region, 86-year high tomorrow. And by the time we get to Wednesday, though, we'll see mid-90s. And again, by Thursday, triple digits likely for Yakima and for the Tri-Cities. Tomorrow for the Tri-Cities, right around the upper 80s, could see lower 90s creep in. Again, plenty of sunshine. For the Ellensburg area, they were at mid-70s today. They're going to warm all the way back up to the mid-80s in preparation for those warmer temperatures on the way. And in Walla Walla, pretty much where we have been, right in those upper 80s. Again, folks, plenty of sunshine, light winds for your Tuesday. We start to warm up mid to lower 90s by Wednesday. could see triple digits return by Thursday. So folks, as always this week, hope you can stay cool.
Thanks, Jason. And thank you so much for watching. Apple Valley News Now is back tonight at 6.